Diddy's increasing desperation is becoming more and more obvious. He's still trying to get in touch with witnesses even though he knows his phone is being watched. Diddy is allegedly shown engaging in personal actions with youngsters on new tapes that keep coming to light. He knows that his career and reputation will be destroyed if even one of these tapes is made public. According to reports, Kim Porter, a close friend of Diddy's late ex-wife, has so far given the FBI 8 tapes and a document purportedly authored by Kim that exposed Diddy's alleged crimes.
Is Sean Combs not entitled to bail, but essentially, he shouldn't even get a hearing on this. And remember, Combs is currently in detention at the Metropolitan Detention Center out in Brooklyn, New York, after being denied bail by other judges. The main issues keeping him locked away are that the courts have held that the prosecutors have shown that he is a danger on the outside, he's a potential flight risk. Most notably was evidence put forward that he had been improperly contacting victims and witnesses in this case. And as we discussed on previous sidebars, Sean Combs' counsel has denied all this. They've indicated that all of those conversations were not done with the intent to engage in witness tampering or obstruction, and even, at least they say, one witness had contacted Combs, not the other way around. Well, the government has come out with new evidence of its own to justify pretrial detention. And let me just read you this from the beginning of their brief. They say, while attempting to evade law enforcement monitoring, the defendant has, among other things, orchestrated social media campaigns that are, in his own words, aimed at tainting the jury pool, made efforts to publicly leak materials he views as helpful to his case, and contacted witnesses through third parties? What? And that's not even...
After prosecutors presented a bombshell, Mark Agnello, Sean Diddy Combs' attorney, abruptly left the rapper's bail hearing. While in jail, Diddy was accused of participating in witness tampering. Any hope for Diddy's release has reportedly been entirely dashed after a phone conversation between him and his son Christian Combs was leaked. What Diddy said during that call is now the key question. And what harm might this fresh evidence do to his case?
Right at the end of the day on Wednesday, it reads, the court has evaluated each of the factors that it must consider. 1. Nature and circumstances of the offense charged. 2. Weight of the evidence against the person. 3. History and characteristics of the person. And 4. Nature and seriousness of the danger that would be posed by the person's release. And it also says the court has also reviewed the information submitted by Combs and the government across all 3 bail hearings in this. As you remember, Sean Combs was denied bail both by a magistrate judge and a district court judge. Judge Subramanian writes, the court finds that the government has shown by clear and convincing evidence, so that's the standard, that no condition or combination of conditions will reasonably assure the safety of the community. In support of this finding, the court provides the following.
After Diddy's bail was rejected for the 3rd time, his legal team is in a crisis. With a further accusation of witness manipulation this time, call logs from the Metropolitan Detention Center, where he is being imprisoned, showed that Diddy recruited outsiders to carry out his orders in addition to trying to get in touch with witnesses directly. Based on the hearing specifics, the judge determined that Diddy is a danger to the public and the witnesses, therefore putting an end to his future.
Has said, we're going to put together the proposed bail package. A $50 million bond, co-signed by him, his mom, his sister, the mother of his oldest daughter, and his 3 adult sons. It's going to be secured by the equity in his property in Miami, Florida. Home detention, his passport will be surrendered. The government said that's insufficient. They said, look at the charges, look at the weight of the evidence that I just mentioned. They said they have allegations that he and his associates were trying to tamper with witness testimony last year so that they wouldn't cooperate with the government. What do you take away about who has a stronger argument in terms of bail?
Well, I think his counsel has done the best they possibly can. I think bringing him there voluntarily is very smart, starts them out on the right foot. But I think the last thing that you just mentioned, the interfering with witnesses,
that's the allegation.
Yeah, if that's true, or I should say, if there's real addition that happened, I think that might tip the scales in favor of not letting him out pending trial, because I think, and you know this, I think judges take an extraordinarily dim view of that, and that might be the factor that tips the scale.
Knowing that his chances of being free will entirely disappear once the witnesses in this case testify against him, Diddy is becoming more and more desperate to get out of jail. He was prepared to pay an astounding $50 million to be released, according to a leaked document from his proposed bail deal. Even though Diddy has already turned in his and his family's passports to the court, the judge is not convinced and has refused to release him on bond because he thinks there's a good chance he has a secret second passport. Following the release of a recorded phone call that exposed Diddy's discussions with his kid, the court decided to deny Diddy bail and hold him in federal detention until his trial in May 2025.
Not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes. The what? All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes. Okay. Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about. Yeah. Did Jay reach out yet? Nah, Bob. He ghosted. I just want to do it. These things now because I'm in here. This is all good. You about to get out on bail. No. Hey, yo, check this out. I need you to reach out to the producer. Let these mothers know there's a release date for that new Netflix movie. Alright, Bob. It's been crazy right now. Everybody out there quiet as monks. Yeah, exactly. We gonna let them have their little fun, but I'm still gonna have a laugh track. What about all these lawsuits though, Todd? Ain't none of them getting shit. I ain't worth nothing. Ain't got shit in my name anyway. Don't you worry about it. Bunch of money hungry.
Prosecutors claimed that Diddy told his son to look after several witnesses in his leaked phone conversation, cryptically referred to them as pizza boxes. He allegedly referred to the damning tapes as plastic and alluded to their existence.
And those statements include descriptions of what the witness says he saw on those tapes. So I asked him about that, and he answered what he could, given the limitations imposed on him after testifying before the grand jury. Out of those 8 videos, 8 celebrities, 6 men and 2 women, how many of those 8 celebrities were close to being underage or potentially underage?
2 males.
And of those 8 celebrities, how many of them were intoxicated or under the influence of drugs?
This is going to be all speculation. I just want to preface it by he wouldn't know if
Appeared
they
to be.
were. Right.
Sure, appeared. So let me rephrase it.
Based on yes.
Understand. Out of the 8 celebrities who were recorded having intimate relations with Sean Combs, how many of them appear to be either inebriated or intoxicated or under the influence?
All of them. All of them.
Out of those 8, how many appear to be potentially victimized? How many might have been victimizing?
I think all. To be honest, all.
Were victims
They
or
victims.
were perpetrating? They were all were victimized,
Yeah.
meaning this was happening to them and they were inebriated.
Right. Not knowing, I guess, how much proof it was in it, what they was doing.
According to reports, Diddy is making every effort to prevent the tapes from coming to light since he knows exactly who might possess copies. Allegedly, he has been attempting to silence them by reaching out. He even bribed other prisoners to use their phones, according to the prosecution, because he thought it would help him evade detection. Diddy was unaware, nevertheless, that all prison calls, both inbound and outbound, are subject to regulatory monitoring. His conversations are not protected by the Fourth Amendment, as there is no reasonable expectation of privacy while incarcerated.
My thing with Diddy is, why is he trying to get in contact with witnesses? He gotta know they recorded the calls.
My man, in order to you to think that you could get away with doing any kind of witness tampering in prison, you gotta probably be one of the smartest, dumbest persons, because they take everything, bruh. Don't you know when he was using those other people's cards and their phone cards and everything like that, and they hear it, the person is like that. Hold up. That's supposed to be inmate 076. And Puff inmate number is 0666. Why is 0666 coming over on 0607? Why is Puff stuff coming over on his car? Hold up. Did he just say, take that, take that? Do I hear, bad boy, come out and play? They know his voice. And now for him to be giving people instructions to do things, like I say, he got to be one of the smartest dumb MFs we know. So if they got him on there telling people to get in touch with people or tell people to stop, the guards are being closely monitored. Because it was said that he was on a cell phone. And I don't think you can have a cell phone in the Brooklyn House of Detention. The Brooklyn or the Manhattan House of Detention. I don't think you can have a cell phone. And I heard that he had a cell phone. He made some calls to some people. So they're going to watch the guards closely. Because if you remember with the Epstein case, and check this out. Those two guards, they were supposed to be brought up on charges because they falsified records. You ain't heard nothing else about it.